got the giggles.
Oh, I love how we just started recording right as we go to the gigs.
What's up, y'all? This is Nekoroth, and welcome back to...
I don't remember playing.
welcome back to, my ass. Where we left off.
No! You can't see these things! The children are here!
I know. I'm sorry, children.
Children, I'm
I've got
joking.
children here. Turn it off. I'll tell your parents on you. But yeah, welcome back to the letter, and as you can tell, I have the wonderful bat cat Kieran with me.
The Bat Cat has returned once more for more spoops and doops.
Yes. Mouse. Thank you. Stay down there.
Goodbye.
Let me have a think. So where we left off, we spent an entire day with the Wrights.
Yeah.
Looking at floor plans, checking the house.
Just make sure the plans had the right stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Luke wanted an abysmal amount of changes to the house, but because the place is so old, he can't necessarily get what he
I
wants.
just love how she's like really,
Fuck your garage, Luke.
really trying to emphasise like this place is a really beautiful antique 400-year-old masterpiece. Yes. I want a garage.
to be fair, a lot's happened, and we were left on this cliffhanger. And it looks pretty eerie, not gonna lie. The sun is shining through the windows.
Magic sparkles notwithstanding.
Aye. To be fair, the bokeh lights don't make this look more comfortable. Oh, we do have some journal entries, so we can have a read of these.
Journals.
If you would, so we've already been here.
I like how the fact that like we've only been to like October 24th, and this goes way up to like November.
Yeah. I don't think we have no entries there.
It goes up to Halloween.
Oh look, October 17th we'll be away to Portugal.
Sunny Portugal.
Oh yeah, so we're basically recording a bunch of episodes, so we could put them up in bulk. Well, not necessarily in bulk, but we could put them on certain days for when we're away. So there's videos next week at least, so you will see these next week, and by the time you do, we will be in Portugal. So
thinking of all the lovelies.
Yeah.
Still Game Grumps reference there, but you've not come up with it. We've not got a fan name yet, so there's the Pastelian.
Pastelians. That seems to be a good one for now. I'll let you have a read at these entries for now, because you've got the best voice for it, at least I feel.
Thank you, darling.
Go ahead, darling. The mic's yours.
Monday, October 24th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Marianne visited the Wrights' penthouse to discuss work with the couple. While waiting for them, Marianne decided to investigate a violent crash she heard. In the hallway, there was something odd.
That was pretty weird. We got a scare. Marianne recovered pretty quickly from.
I still haven't.
I don't think.
Has taken months off my life.
Even though it was only a week ago.
Look at that shit-eating grip.
Okay, so here's two more.
A very spooked Marianne accidentally bumped into Luke Wright. Although things were awkward between the two, Marianne insisted they keep things professional and simply forget about what happened nights ago. The mansion's arrangements were discussed over breakfast. During the meeting, the Wright couple had an argument about the mansion's arrangements. In the end, Luke was told to shut the fuck up, and Hannah got all of the things she wanted.
To be fair, that's how it always goes.
They decided a visit will settle it.
And Luke likes it. He's a masochist.
Yeah.
But yeah. And now here we are, alone.
Sorry, just in my mind, I imagine Luke like, I like my balls like I like my blood, blue.
Oh.
That was the best reaction!
It took me a while to pick up on that. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
If it means if that was his reaction, I don't get what you... Oh. Rude.
I love it. So, should we continue?
Yeah, sure.
I'll go ahead first, if that's okay.
As you look out from the window from where she was standing, obviously.
You look at where she was standing. And I'm sorry, I heard footsteps, I heard mingling.
And I move on.
Anyway, and I move on. Alone, with nothing but my thoughts and her.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Thought the old biddy would never leave.
What's going on? I knew this is not comfortable. It's utter madness. This hearing things.
Oh, I've got some spooky arse demons.
I reckon it's the stress, though I don't know exactly what I'm stressed about. If meeting Mrs. Wright had really thrown me up for a loop, I'd be worried. If I'm developing some sort of psychosis or disorder, well, I'd call a doctor. But hopefully it isn't that. Not right here, and not right now. I mean, it could just be that personal talking cricket. The coincidence, so to speak. And I'm only noticing now. Though if it isn't very helpful.
It's like Jiminy Cricket, your conscience.
Oh yeah, your conscience. Is that what she means by cricket? I am stupid. Pushing the dilemma of voices in my head aside, I go back to work. But I can barely make it a few steps before everything tilts and shifts.
God damn it.
Here we go. I don't really stumble, but it feels like I'm being thrown off my feet. And the rest of the world just follows. Though my feet stay firmly on the ground, and even if I stay mostly upright, I feel like I've been heaved and put off balance.
Is it quite bad that I feel, even though it's a scary moment, I can just imagine, like, you know, like the Michael Jackson dance move where they, like, lean forward? Imagine her doing that.
I'm popping that in for people that don't know.
She's like, Marianne, do you have to... Hannah, are you okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay, Hannah?
Copyright.
A copyright. Well, it's not copyright. It's a parody. Or is that copyright? I don't know. The whole of YouTube's going to shit.
We'll let the lawyers decide.
But anyway, I have to close my eyes in hopes of welling the sudden sense of vertigo away. But when I open them, I know damn fucking well, of course, that the room's bloodied up.
We're in Silent Hill.
Oh, God. Well, I don't feel any less sick because of the sight that greets me. The room's steamy? What's going on? A bloody sauna? Okay. Blood dripped from the walls and the ceiling, pulling downwards and seeping into the curtains and the carpet. A wave of nausea, stronger than the last, hits me, along with the overpowering stench of blood and gore. I want to bolt. Bolt! The rational part of my head is telling me to flee. And I would have gladly done as it asked, if only I didn't hear her.
In here, Marianne. Come on. I have something to show you.
Fuck you, demon.
Is this the supposed girl?
Her.
Is this her? I could have ignored it. Would have ignored it. If I only heard it in my head. But I swear that this time it's coming from one of the rooms. Much further in. Into the study. And I feel compelled to pay attention. I can't just turn around and leave.
Yes, the fuck you can.
Yes, you can, and you better do it now. Not when it's her.
There is blood mist, woman. Fucking blood mist.
This is not a good sign. This is your time to bolt, as you said. I don't even think as I follow the sound of her voice. Oh.
Thick as thieves.
Lorraine. Lovely Amanda Lorraine.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
That name. Lassar Fiona. Lassar Fiona?
I just like the fact you were like...
Lovely Amanda Lorraine
Here we have lovely Amanda Lorraine. Lasagna fire. Ion.
Lorraine Lasagna.
Fiona. Lassar Fiona.
That's a very pretty name.
We're probably butchering the pronunciation, but I mean...
She was my friend. The only one I'd had at St. Samanthan's. I was a scholar, the charity case, in a school for privileged and prestigious young girls. They all looked down on me, if they cared to look at me or acknowledge my presence at all. All except her.
Oh, stop your crying. You know better than to listen to Maeve. Why, I ought to teach that butterface a lesson.
Wait, no, lass. I don't want you getting into trouble with the sisters again.
Nah, I'll beat the shit out of them and all.
Oh my god, young Marianne.
Relax. It's not like I'm going to stomp her and her lackey's arses flat like last time.
Oh, she's savage. Okay.
Come on, let's just go back to our dorm room. I don't want to be on my Tobler while you go get yourself punished.
Oh.
You'll be fine. Gip's there with you.
Lorraine was there when I needed her. Through my highs and lows. Having her as a friend made being in a strange school, away from my father, all the more tolerable. She saw this poor helpless girl who was kept down and shunned by everyone else, and being the kind soul that she was, she rescued me. So brave. So beautiful. She was something else.
I'll eat all the chocolates stashed away in your closet if you go.
I mean, that sorts everything, to be fair.
I can get more. Just don't go complaining to me if you get a tummy ache because of that.
Well, you don't want to get detention on a weekend, do you? It's a Friday. We can go to town and have some karaoke. And we can have a go at druids and demons again. You're not going to miss that just because of Maeve, are you?
Sometimes I question what I did to deserve a friend like her. Oh, look at them.
Aw.
They're precious.
If they kill Marianne after this, I will have serious words with Yang Mobile.
Oh god, I hope not. In the darkest corners of my mind, where traitorous thoughts lurked, I thought that she only felt sorry for me. Maybe she was just being a good Samaritan, offering a helping hand. And perhaps I had been too selfish to return the favour.
You have a point. I'll just kick her arse on Monday then.
That's not what I mean.
Plans.
Dana.
I know what you mean, Em.
It's going on the bucket list.
Wait, where are you going? You just told me you wouldn't cause trouble.
I died.
I still have something to do.
You do.
Don't worry. It's not like I'm going to burn down her dorm room or something criminal like that. I'm just going to talk to her.
Burn the bitch at the stake.
Maybe I'll make it so that her room smells like a dog's air biscuit. That'll make it an excellent weekend.
Dog farts?
Ooh.
Isn't that not what air biscuit means?
Ooh.
A fart?
Good thought.
I'll see you in a bit, Marianne. Lots of tumblers.
Because when she told me that she loved me, I couldn't admit that I felt the same way. Not to her. And not even to myself. It was wrong. I was taught that way. Husband and wife. One man and woman. Unclean. Impure. I prayed for her and I. For our sins and for salvation. I wanted to apologise for disregarding her feelings so callously. It must have been like a slap in the face for her. This is actually really sad. But life had gotten in the way. Exams, which were trivial in hindsight now, took top priority. I had to keep my grades up to keep my scholarship. From my father. I told myself I would apologise to her when those were over, and I needed to focus first and not let anything distract me. It had been easy when she avoided me like the plague. She was upset. I get that. Damn. I thought I had the time to make things right, but...
At 7 in the morning, students found a 5th year dead. Assumed to have fallen from her dormitory window.
It was because Marianne rejected her. They told us that it was an accident. That was the official statement. But I knew better. She was dead because of me.
Maeve had a hook and I kicked the bucket, didn't she? Ding dong, the witch is dead!
She had, though she didn't say which. Lorraine.
But at least Maeve had the courage to admit how she felt about me.
I don't even know how long I've been stuck here in a trance. In the mirror, Lorraine smiles at me. She's as beautiful as I remember her. But then... I feel bile rise up in my throat as a clean image warps into how she looked like when they had found her dead, lying on the cold hard ground. Good Saint Dymphna, great wonder worker in every affliction of mind and body, help me. I'm seeing things, hearing things. Am I going completely insane? Looking everywhere but at her, I hope and pray that it's enough to whatever this is to go away. It doesn't even immediately register in my head that I can just leave.
You, on the other hand, can't even look me in the eye.
This isn't real. You're not. You're dead.
I'm dead. Because of you. And you won't even look at me. Look at me.
My breathing quickens, and I can feel my heart being torn apart by her words.
I'm so sorry, Lorraine.
Look at me!
I can't take it, because she's right. It was my fault. The least I can do is look at what I've done. Lorraine, broken and bleeding, looking at me with such hate-filled eyes. An unnatural smile stretches across her face, and I can only see malice in it. Then she lunges as the mirror ripples around her form, the glass parting like the water surface for her.
This might be a game, but
You think so? She grips my shoulders, and I can feel her nails dig deep, sharp, even though the fabric of my clothes.
There you are.
Oh, you're right.
You love me!
Apologies spill through my lips as tears cloud my vision, but I won't give in to this madness. Every bit of strength I have left, I struggle to get away from her. Fear grips and threatens to choke me. I endure, I escape, and without turning back, I stumble back out. In my panic, I don't even care to look where I'm going. With one hand on the wall to steady me, I just hobble as fast as I can, away from the study, away from that mirror. Freedom is bittersweet. I'm free from the madness it seems. As running out the hallway reveals it to be in pristine condition. But it means I've turned back on Lorraine again. I have no plans of stopping. Not until I know I'm safe. And if that means walking back to Luxbarn, as ridiculous as that idea is, then so be it. Someone suddenly grabs a hold of me, however. Fingers digging deep into my shoulder, and my heart nearly stops. My body seizes and I nearly scream.
Marianne, you look awful. I mean, not awful, but... Did something happen? Are you alright?
This is right.
Without thinking, I sought comfort, seeing that it wasn't her. It's a sudden impulse thing I had to do, and I had been in a better condition. I wouldn't even dare of doing such a thing. But I didn't know what else to do. I thought, I know I shouldn't. Her warmth, her scent, they grounded me. She is intoxicating. Reminds her of her, because she looks just like her,
yeah.
to be fair.
Marianne, what's going on? Oh, you're shaking like a leaf.
Tremors run through my body as soon as my mind realised I'm no longer in danger. I wanted to cry, scream about what I've seen, but like a scared child, I couldn't control myself. My mind couldn't reconcile with what I had seen. I should just write it off as a figment of my imagination, yet I can still feel her nails cutting into my skin.
Are you sick? Should I call for a doctor?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Wright. Just feeling a little woozy and lightheaded is all.
Let's get you somewhere to sit down then. Come on, don't worry, I have you.
A lie, but a whole lot less complicated than telling her I was attacked by a dead girl. When the feeling of fear eases off, I feel nothing but shame for my actions. I quickly back away as I clear my throat and nod my thanks.
I think I've had enough looking around. If it's all right with you and Mr. Wright, I'll meet you outside.
If you're sure, I'll have the car started. Do you need assistance heading downstairs?
I'm all right, ma'am. Just go on ahead and I'll be right there.
It seems to placate her worries, though only for a brief second, before she heads down. I don't miss the concerned glance she shoots my way, hidden quickly under another smile. I won't begrudge her for it. That worry. The look on my face must have been strange enough sight on its own. Even I'm still reeling from From whatever that was, her voice still whispers in my ears. After all these years, she's still... No, Marianne. Shaking my head of the thoughts, I drag in a breath, then follow shortly after Mrs. Wright. What has happened in the past is long gone. Only memories now. And those are things I can no longer bring back. That really hits hard. Fuck's sake. It's already dark as we make our way out of the mansion. With no lights, we are only illuminated by headlamps of the Wright's car and the stars up above us. Oh, there's Luke Wright as well. The sight of them helps me compose myself, much more than several minutes of being alone did. The car's engine is running, yet the two still stand out on the lawn. Miss Wright is busy, eyes up to the stars, and Mr. Wright, arms crossed, has his eyes down on the ground. It's the crunch of grass under my heels that brings their attention to me.
About time, what took you so long? A minute longer and I'd think the house swallowed you all up.
Oh, hush, dear. I'm sure she has her reasons. Marianne doesn't seem the sort to idle.
Sorry, I was just checking on something important.
See, business is business and they take time, love. You should know that better than anyone. So, Marianne, what do you think? Are you the woman for the job? I know we already signed papers hiring you, but I want to be 100% sure that you are committed.
I glanced back towards the mansion, knowing what I had seen there, or rather, who I thought I saw there, because there's just no way. Not to mention how I acted towards Mrs. Wright, for goodness sake. I should feel the slightest bit hesitant. I was lucky. I've seen enough films to know what happens when a promiscuous woman enters a haunted house. This is my chance to turn it down, make excuses, say that I'm not up to the task, that I need to take care of my old sick father. Just pay the fine, which is probably outrageous for a contract like this, and let it go. I should turn it down. But for some obstinate reason, I can't. The same manner I haven't let go of her, of the regret that shadowed me since that day. Much as I hate to admit it, even to myself, seeing her again, the mischievous glint in her eyes, the loose tendrils of hair curled around her forehead, is something I've terribly missed. And now that it's here, almost within an arm's reach, my father would tell me, sometimes you just simply have to go through with it. Consequences be damned. And well, I really don't have any logical reason to say no. At least, not something a client like the Wrights would want to hear from a professional designer.
It's certainly an interesting project. You can be sure I'm seeing it through the end.
Such dedication! Oh, I do love the determination.
You were always determined like that, weren't you?
Hearing her voice again sends a chill running down my back. I can't wait for this day to be over.
27 minutes was that, or?
I completely skipped a bit of dialogue because of that shit.
Whoopsie-doos.
Okay. Should I... I'll keep on going now.
Yeah, sure.
But as soon as we hit the city proper, I asked to be dropped off and bid them good night. I thought it would be best if I didn't stay long in confined spaces with either Miss or Mr. Wright. Both seemed to cause me serious trouble, and if the project had been any less interesting or grand, I would have dropped it without a second thought. I would have. Shouldn't have. Won't. I assure them that my place isn't far off, and I have to fight the urge to roll my eyes and groan when whiskey throws me a little smirk. But even in my own home, peace is elusive, as is sleep. I lie awake, thinking of what I saw in the mansion, of who I saw, If I so much as hear a single whisper from her, if I so much as see a wisp of her hair, I'm afraid I'll go mad. But none of that happens, and it makes me feel hollow. For 2 nights, I've had trouble sleeping. But it's only one morning when fatigue has already let me rest, and I'm reminded of what terrifies me so.
26th?
Did she just sleep for a whole 2 days?
Oh, because I think it was like for 2 days it was like nothing, and I think this is the time, the third night she's went to bed and something's happened.
I wonder what's going on. We'll find out. Let's just keep on going.
You'll find out in her restless dreams.
Do you want to?
Sure, if you want, as long as it's what you want.
I'll let you go and do a wee bit of reading.
Oh,
Since I've been going on for half an hour.
Oh, that was heavy stuff though.
That was really heavy.
I know it's a bit weird, but just, to address it for a second. I mean, that stuff hit close to home. No lie, it's just talking. I mean, let's not beat about the bush here. It's like same-sex couples and stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of that going on in the world now because there's a lot of, marriage equality stuff going on and a lot of that. And never want to get political. I don't want to. If anybody has reasons for or against, everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's just hearing somebody talk about how scared they are to act on feelings. I mean, I've been there personally, and it was just something I should always say to somebody that I know just one person's opinion on YouTube, but if one person ever hears this and they're thinking to themselves, they're scared whether they should or they shouldn't, I really do hope they find the strength, or find the person that gives them that strength to come out. As me personally, I didn't really want anybody to know, and it was something I was always really ashamed of. And then I met Jack. And that was why it went from something that I wanted to keep a secret to something I wanted everybody to know. And just to let people know that it does get better.
It really does. Thank you. That was really nice.
I'm sorry. But it was just because I think that got heavy. I think we needed to kind of. I felt like we needed to kind of address it for a second. It would feel bad if we just kind of glanced over it.
Aye, definitely. It's worth that. It's worth talking about. Definitely.
God, I'm coughing. But in my restless dreams, I see that mirror, the one in the study, and in it, I see her. I see them.
What?
Oh.
Hashtag twinsies? Like, what's going on?
I think the one on the right, just with the way that
Aye.
Lorraine and Hannah.
You can tell, like, the one on the right is Lorraine because of the hairpin.
Yeah. Lorraine and Hannah. Hannah and Lorraine.
Poor pathetic Marianne. Work, work, work.
No.
She'll work herself to death.
See, she doesn't listen. That's all she did.
This is a fucking fever dream.
Look at what happened to me.
They talk amongst themselves, with cruel smiles and venomous tongues. Or rather, to themselves. 2 heads, 1 body. A horrible mockery of these women, as if they were one and the same.
As me just noticed, they do have the same body.
More's the pity. Life goes on and goes out, and she doesn't even see it.
I think it's the same voice actress as well.
You think
I'm
so?
I'm not too sure, but I think that'd be an interesting parallel.
I'll need to ask about that actually.
Do you think she'll even realise when she's kicked the bucket herself?
When they say a person has a hard time telling when they're in a dream, it was true often enough. Even with this bizarre sight, even with the obvious implication that this isn't real, I can't help but feel distress.
Likely. Is that any way to live at all? She might as well be dead.
Cruel fate that she's alive and I'm... well...
Though they speak into each other's ear, tones low and hushed, I can still hear them as clear as day. Though their whispers pervade the air, heavy and oppressive. They bury and dig into my head like tiny maggots, worming their way into my skull. It's only then that they take notice of my presence. I did actually shit myself when they started looking at the camera.
Oh, I don't like that.
Eyes turn towards me, and I can only feel small under their scrutiny. Caricature smiles etch on their faces, mimicking each other grotesquely.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
It's my dream, you fucking bitch.
Hello.
Oh,
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite.
I think you're lying there. That is a lie.
Oh, no.
Unless you ask, that is.
I mean, you have a tit between you and evil, so no.
Lorraine, you minx.
Evil demon minx, though, so
Have you
no.
been looking at us? Spying?
Oh, fuck, oh.
How scandalous. Such a naughty girl.
I'm sure you were just waiting for something rude to happen, weren't you?
Oh, this is fucked up.
You know she will not admit it. She thinks it wrong. You've said it so yourself.
Yes. She thought me wrong, impure, abnormal, because I loved her.
No. Okay, they're pissed.
My breath hitches, and I open my mouth to protest, but they stop me, screeching. The mirror that holds them cracks, lines spidering across its surface.
Do not lie! We know the gluttonous thoughts you try to deny, girl. All those desires you bury beneath that sickening guilt. You act the martyr when you turn the bed you lie in into your own hedonistic hell. You are nothing but a tainted soul with filth-stained flesh held together by falsehood and pride.
They look livid. It looks like they would lunge. I wake, feeling like the wind had been knocked out of me.
I genuinely thought they were going to fly for us there.
I was expecting another don't die game. With a groan, I squint and find a certain fluff ball sitting on my chest looking as pleased as a sponge.
Oh, Bruthio.
She is the overlady of cats, queen of despair and destruction of nice furniture. Though I can't stay mad at Her Majesty because it feels like she did something good this time. I was having a nightmare, but I can't even remember what it was about.
Saved us a bit from being pounced on by pale bitches.
Trying to recall leaves a terrible pit in my stomach. Maybe it's probably better that I don't remember.
Good morning, Baruthia.
Did I
Who's
skip?
a good kitty?
Do you know that's actually a thing? Like, see, I remember reading that there's actually, your brain can have such traumatic events in dreams that it actually blocks it because it knows you'll have a mental breakdown if you actually remember it.
Really?
Yeah, because your brain is the master of fucking with you.
Fucking hell.
'Cause it's like when you see shit, I mean, your brain is an egotistical arsehole. Remember, like, the human brain, the most sophisticated thinking machine on the planet, according to the human brain.
More complex than any machine, let's be fair.
Good morning, Bruthio. Meow.
Are you hungry? Is that why you woke me up?
Meow. A content purr comes from my sweet dear before she jumps off the bed and trots towards the kitchen. On the other hand, it takes me a bit more before I roll out of bed and start my day. Mornings before work are always a quiet affair. Shower first, then a mug of coffee and a bowl of oats. Sometimes I do stretches, and I always check my work email. The Wrights will be moving into the mansion today. I don't think the paperwork is officially done yet, but it isn't too far-fetched to think that they were allowed to start their move despite that. Because money! Rich people like them will always find ways to get what they want, after all.
I'll be leaving you again today, Beth. So you behave and make sure not to shred up my new covers, okay?
You little shit.
And don't worry, I didn't forget tomorrow is Black Cat Day, so I'll throw you a party.
That thing.
This is a thing?
That thing.
Is this a thing?
Only if you behave like a proper lady.
No deal. And she just rips the pet. She barely gives me a glance as I say that before going back to her own food. Cats. Still better than humans. Most of the time.
Don't I know it?
Too bad I have to work with humans.
Oh my god, here we are.
The place is already busy as soon as I get here. The foreman, one that I've recommended to the Wrights for his work ethic, is early as usual. Already he's instructing men here and there with their bigger loads.
If I had a pound.
It's not a shame, Marianne. You can't talk about people like that. It's rude. It's offensive. Dude. Shocking. I have no chance to talk to him as Mrs. Wright slaps him the fuck out of the way and greets me with a smile.
Hello!
Mrs. Wright, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far.
Good morning, Marianne. It has been delightful and these men have been very helpful. Look at all this. It's so busy here. I'm getting tired just looking at them go.
Not actually about to help, mind you, but still.
she's happy.
I think because she's like never seen like hard labour before. It's so cool. Look at them picking up their little boxes.
Silver spoon. Where's the Annie? I'm just checking my audio, sorry. There we go. Making it a bit louder.
No complications so far with the movers or the previous owners of the mansion, I hope?
If anything, the only one being problematic is Luke, if I'm to be honest.
Oh, well, that's nothing particularly new. Let's be honest.
He can be such a diva, but I do like that about him.
He's piss drunk, unfortunately. As he teleports in.
Oh.
The fuck you say about me? She stops, looking up at the upper landing when Mr. Wright comes through with two other movers and the mirror from the study.
Oh, do be careful with that mirror. We wouldn't want anyone getting hurt because of broken glass.
The vanity mirror.
To be fair, it's probably best if you smash that mirror because...
That's our vanity mirror. She's been looking in the crazy hoodoo mirror. That's why.
Ugh.
Why are you even having it carried around?
Oh? You did say you didn't want the mirror, and I keep getting distracted by it.
He keeps getting distracted by it.
Narcissus.
That or he's seeing the pale bitch. No. We just done like a
modelling poses.
Modelling Macarena there.
If I'm going to turn the study into my office, I'd rather not have it there. Where can we put this?
Well, you are not putting it in our room.
Put it up your arse.
Why don't you go, I don't know, put it in the wine cellar for now? We can figure out if we'll store it in the attic or somewhere else later, yes?
You heard her, boys. To the cellar it goes. Mush!
Okay. So he's not that difficult.
I'm going to say, you've seen movers. Try telling like a 250, 300 pound man to mush. See how that goes well. She just like runs out of the house. Focus! I'm not working here. Fucking possessed evil. Fucking Perry.
The
movers bring down the mirror one step at a time. No matter how much the man tells them to hurry. An unsettling feeling grows in my stomach as I see our reflection in the bloody thing.
I better not see anything pop up.
And I look away, not wishing to risk anything. If I see Lorraine's image in the mirror now, I wouldn't know what to do.
Better not.
I don't have the luxury of privacy right now, and I am not going to break down in front of all these people.
Oh, okay, it flashed.
Oh, good.
Never mind, we're fine. We're fine.
Mrs. Wright only shakes her head and laughs at her husband's antics as they take the mirror out of here.
That's probably going to look really comedic, actually.
He's back in at it again soon enough, pointing the men here and there. I'd say he's the man with the plan, but it sort of interferes with the layout and design that we've agreed upon before. I'm about to point it out, but...
It's better you let him realize his mistakes on his own, rather than tell him of them. That way you do not get blamed for his actions.
Johannes. Oh. I don't know why, but Johannes is probably my favourite character so far.
Take it from me, Take it from me, Fraulein. There's no one who is more of an asshole on idiots than Mr. Hyde, so we'll just let him fuck up on his own and he realizes.
It is more fun, too, to tell him, how does they say it? I told you so, once he slips up.
I just love how sassy he is. He's got sass for
Been
days.
working with him long enough to know that, huh?
He's got sass coming out of his ass.
I think he is the one person who can he can push Luke's buttons more than anybody else.
Look at that grin. He's happy. He's
loving it.
He's loving it every minute. Yeah.
It's not like I plan to make too much of a fuss, unless what he changes is actually crucial.
It happens often enough, when one is made to accompany him nearly all hours of the day.
Up, higher, come on now.
Oh.
Speak of the fucking devil. Still, he could be at least less pushy about things.
Careful now.
Wait.
Or I'll give you a fist.
Assisting on a fisting. This sounds familiar.
I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
Okay, so we've seen this before in Hannah's chapter.
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
We're seeing this from a different perspective, Marianne specifically.
Yeah. It's surprising how hands-on he is compared to my usual clientele. Well, the both of them are, actually.
Yes.
Please don't have the demon necklace on. Please don't have the demon necklace on.
That was a weird, no screaming yawn. No! I'm sorry. After the sugar high, I'm just like...
Come on. I'm coming down awful hard. Oh, it does.
Did you? Shit.
It's refreshing to have them participate, despite their initial reluctance.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Not in the butler's pantry. I will not be doing your fucking clothes.
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's a
That's mahogany.
No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
I am 95% sure he made that shit up. That is not a word. I will look up in the dictionary.
Napoleon Abuela.
He really needs to tone down the dramatics a notch. Mrs. Wright and the butler look like they're used to it by now.
They don't have.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But the rest of us? Well...
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let Johannes and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
Yes, we get some private time with Johannes. Let's get fired in.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Oh yeah, he's gay and he has a husband. Never mind. He has a family. Never mind.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
There is...
And you would know that because...
There is a very dark undertone there. You don't... That is like an anime flicking of the glasses. You're like, oh, right, well...
That's
weird.
That's very specific. Why would he know that? It sounds as though you've cleaned various amounts of bloodstains in your life. Are you okay? Oh.
There is an obvious sense of relief as Mr. Wright is dragged out of the room, leaving the movers to do their work in peace. Some grumbling even comes from some of the younger workers. It's a good thing the family butler isn't some blindly loyal tool to his boss, or there will be trouble for Mr. Wright. With Mr. Wright.
He is such a bratwurst. Whiny baby who never got enough hugs from his mutter.
German for mother.
Yeah, for all you who are wondering, a bratwurst is a sausage.
A sausage? He's such a sausage. Luke Wright is a sausage.
Such a fucking sausage.
And I know what mutter means because of the Rammstein album.
Mutter.
What album was that again? It was Mutter. The album was called Mutter.
Yes, what we like to call in the old country is a metaphor.
Aye, I learned that.
Probably lost in translation, and not that I'm condoning talking about someone else behind their back, but I think you meant to call Mr. Wright a horrible brat.
This is... Oh, she's amused. Why is the ring coming up on the mouse there? Sorry, I had to move that down. That's annoying. But yeah.
Well, here's that too. There are a lot of things I can call him, but I mean to say that he is a big weenie.
Oh.
A childish name for a childish person. Like a child, he whines when he doesn't get what he wants, and he breaks the toys that he has.
Just imagine Luke being like, shut up bitch, you love it. Just like one mover walking by, ha ha! That gets a laugh from me, as well as a few of the movers who linger near. He and I carry boxes, instructing the movers where they should go and generally taking over Mr. Wright's work. He goes off without a hitch, and the man is helpful, efficient and capable of physical labour despite his clean-cut appearance. That Johannes, I expect he has Definitely got some like Bruce Lee shit going on under that jacket.
Yeah, he's a ninja butler.
A gentleman to boot, taking boxes from me when he sees me struggling with them. Speaking of boxes...
Hey, one of the boxes for the kitchen is missing. Has anyone seen it? The one with the pots and the knives.
Knives?
Knives?
Knives, you say?
The Bratwurst had it brought upstairs, thinking it was for the attic.
Oh good, I will just go into his haunted attic with all the knives.
Because knives are the last place you would want to put in that attic.
Run!
All they look, like, in his mind, he like looks at like pots and knives. This goes in the attic.
The pale bitch is going to find a box of knives and she's going to be like, my precious.
Well, look at this. I thought it was Halloween, but it's actually Christmas morning.
Why would he... Oh, never mind.
Fuck it.
Don't ask questions, just do whatever. No. 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 Ah, we're back up here.
Why even bring a box of pots and knives to the attic? The man is a fucking... I mean, the man is ridiculous. There's probably no point in making sense of what he does if he does them just because he can. At least, it turns out that I don't have to make it all the way up to the attic. The mover, probably on Mr. Wright's orders, left the box on the stairs.
At least it's not that heavy.
It's pots and knives. I managed to hoist it up without too much effort. But the time it takes for me to do that is long enough for me to overhear an odd conversation I could never in my life imagine coming from a couple like the Wrights.
Oh.
If you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and he'll start bringing cats home.
The conversation that they had together. She's eavesdropping.
And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
That is bound to trigger Marianne because she loves cats. And you could just tell because she owns a cat.
She kicks down the door. What?
Dogs are infinitely superior here, of course.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
For once, I'll have to agree with Whiskey on this one. Though I can live with Mrs. Wright being a dog person. But as amusing as this conversation might get, I really shouldn't be caught eavesdropping or slacking off on the job.
Okay, so she's not too triggered. Okay, I was expecting her to be like,
What?
You what?
At most, I should be looking at ways of possibly soundproofing certain rooms. Perhaps bringing it up if they don't realise the lack of it. I really should. Keep listening.
What should we do? Let me save first because you know that's what we usually do. Move on or keep listening?
Well, I believe we should be arseholes first and keep eavesdropping.
Keep listening, aye?
We'll probably do that because normally I would want to move on because it's rude to eavesdrop. But I mean, come on, we didn't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Come on, do that.
I want to see if
Relationship status.
does this change any relationships at
I
all?
think that went down.
Do you think it went down?
What are you doing here? Leave.
Then in that case, I don't think we should.
Well, I think it did. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it went down.
Let me just quickly check then. Let me quickly check.
Yep.
It went down.
Yep.
I don't want to put it down. I really
just
don't. Let's move on.
Relationship status.
Oh, let me check.
It went up some more.
Okay, so we're doing the right thing. Okay.
No matter how bizarre the conversation might get, I really must go.
If you want to eavesdrop on them, get the game yourself.
Gang Gang Mobile, the letter, good game, great game, buy it on Steam, get scared, we did, holy shit.
Yes, do that. Do that shit, it's good.
I'm just going to say, remember, we're only playing it the one way. You want to play it yourself? Play it yourself.
Yes.
Die a bunch of times. It's a fun game.
Yes.
Scary as shit. No matter how bizarre the conversation might get, I really must go. My planet needs me. Not to mention, just standing here when I have no more reason to loiter just feels wrong. Besides, the magic word here is privacy, and I respect that.
Yes, which is good.
Keep it in mind, and I won't have a guilty conscience filled to the brim with the secrets of the rich and famous in my hands.
So we're back at here now.
I'd take the stairs 2 steps at a time if I wasn't in danger of getting stabbed by my baggage, and if nobody else was in the foyer. But as Johannes takes the box from me, I could only give him a small smile. There's no reason to gossip about the peculiar conversation of his employers. He's probably heard much odder things from them. And he doesn't seem to be a cat or a dog person either. He's a people person.
Yes, people person.
As soon as I follow him into the kitchen, he raises a hand to stop me.
9. I know you are a very skilled in architect, and I have seen your work.
Oh.
But this shall be my kitchen, and I shall fix it according to my wishes. Yeah?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Kind of weird anyone would think that pots and knives are supposed to go anywhere but the kitchen, huh?
I assume he's gotten them confused. It wouldn't be the first time.
In what?
Confused?
Oh, shit.
How does that even work?
In what fucking world do you walk and see a kitchen, and you walk and see an attic, and you think they're the same thing?
Who knows?
I understand covers, carpets, or even curtains getting mixed up.
Beef curtains.
Hey, I'd even understand pots being mixed up with silver decor.
I'm going to say as well, there is a darker reason. I'm telling you that right now. Like, nobody... I don't know what it is. It's like, nobody brings fucking knives. The pots thing, probably, but knives up into an attic? No.
Sure.
That's not sitting right with me.
I think we're going to find out something later on if we keep on playing.
But knives?
Knives!
Oh, he has a collection of ornamental ones from his father. It takes them everywhere he goes, wherever he moves.
He has a collection of knives that he carries with him at all times. That is illegal in Britain.
Casual?
That is a concealed weapon.
That is very illegal.
What is
Guess that makes sense. A bit.
A set of knives from his
Could it be German for something? He was about to say something German. 'Cause I can't think of... What does that mean?
Vlechem. Oh, it is Vlechem, which is the German pronunciation for the word Welcome. You swap the W for a V.
Oh. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Still odd.
Yeah, no kidding.
He merely shrugs before going back to work.
I think Johans is hiding something. It's quite obvious.
The movers work efficiently even when they're left alone, and they do quick work of their responsibilities. Good.
Good. Because, you know, that's good.
That is what they're paid for. That was a good one, a sad one, and a scary one all rolled up, and that perfectly summed up the letter in one episode.
Definitely. Definitely going to leave this here because we've went on for a good amount of time, and like you've said, there was a lot of emotions going on here in this episode. I think people are really going to like this one. There's going to be tears, there's going to be jumps, there's going to be a bit of laughs. We've had a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think in the next episode we'll be able to get like the full... I think we'll be able to finish the Marianne finale in the next episode. I'm positive.
Marianne Alley.
I'm positive, so yeah. I guess that's what y'all will see in the next episode.
That is, well, it's goodbye for me, and don't let your names be dreams.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Roll the outro!